ladies and germs, and welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
But first, we'd like to talk about a little something else. It's the GDBQR 2014. That's the Great Dilettante Ball Quarter Race 2014, where Spencer and I race each other and you to collect all $50,000 worth of state quarter dollars.
How many do you have so far?
Boo, 13 ish,
13,000
around there. So $13,000.
Yeah, that's about right. Johnny, I've got a quarter for you today.
Let's hear it.
Today's quarter is Arkansas.
How much is it worth?
25 cents.
Nice.
Of 2003 money.
Oh, okay.
So
with inflation,
we're
that's
talking
probably 23.5 cents.
It's worse. It's worse, actually. I'm losing money by collecting these quarters.
Sell them now.
Yeah.
Get gold quarters.
You got to get
gold dollars. Those will never decrease in value.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get 2 quarters and buy a bunch of forever stamps. Oh, fuck. And then use stamps as currency. Did you know you can do that, actually?
Yeah.
Stamps are legal tender.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know who would accept them or how, but...
Well, because nobody knows it. People don't fucking take $2 bills because they're idiots. They're like, I can't take this.
That's true, yeah. I mean, if I try to spend the 50-cent piece in my wallet right now, people are like, what the hell is this?
Get this Canada money out of here.
this goofy money. This monopoly money.
Funny money. So, I know I've said before a thing that every motherfucker would say at the movie theater. Yeah. When you get them a big drink, you say, I'm going to float out of here.
Someone said that to me the other day.
What?
It was like Tony Kolt. I'm going to put Tony Kolt on blast.
Tony Kolt?
I think it was Tony.
Old man. That fucking old-ass man.
I think it was him. Maybe I'm wrong, but I got like a large drink somewhere. He was like, you're going to float out of here.
Did you
I know. I was like, yeah, sure.
What the fuck do you mean, old man?
Well, I'm assuming it's Tony, and if it was Tony, he's too cool for me to be like, what are you talking about?
So it's a cool thing. He knows.
He's on the inside, yeah.
Well, so at the bank...
He's going to put the pussy on the chain wax. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming out the knees.
Yeah, right.
At the bank, people, if they would do a deposit, I would check to make sure the money was real.
Sure.
Because that was my fucking job.
Right.
And if it passed or whatever, and I put it in and deposited, they'd say, "Better be good. Just made it.
Yeah, right.
Just made it this morning." Fuck you. Like, you're not funny, old man.
Run the debit card like that thing works. I found it in the parking lot. Like, yeah.
I will say though, my friend and yours, not friend of the show, enemy of the show, Sam Kirkland.
Yeah.
I went to a store with him once, and he said the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard anyone say, and it's exactly one of those things, and awesome. It sucks. When he went to check out, they were like, okay, your total's $28.50.
Okay,
and he said, wow, I won't even try and talk you down.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I love that. Like, there's probably like for every state, there's probably like a set of jokes that those dads use in that state. So that's probably like wherever he's from. That's like the one that
I think he's from Indiana.
So
who's your dad?
It's like
who's your daddy? Tell me about this fucking quarter.
This is a good one, Johnny, because it's from Arkansas.
Okay, Arkansas, a little rock.
Is that how you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bunch of things going on, and I like that.
We should have been going over the capitals of every state as we got to the quarter.
Yeah, I realize that. You're right. Arkansas is a little rock.
Yep.
Do you want me to do in retrospect? Do you want me to hit them all?
No.
Okay. It's got a bunch of stuff on it. First of all, it's got a beautiful. I'm gonna say it's the Mississippi River. It's a tree line with a bunch of pines and just a bunch of. It just looks beautiful, and it's got reeds in the foreground.
Sure, I'll take that as
it's got
is that corn? Is that corn? What is that?
I think it's the band Korn.
Wheat?
There's Korn and Slipknot. They're performing together. If you want to get your Groupons now,
yeah, are we going to that? Because
I mean, it's $30 for a $60 value. So
where are they playing? Like the United Center?
It's probably somewhere real, yeah.
Yeah, fill everybody in because this is a thing that we've talked about in the real world before. There is a Groupon out right now to see Slipknot and Korn perform at the United Center for $30. Which is,
and the seats are not bad. They're like the second tier, like so.
Sure.
But they're like all awesome seats.
Well,
they're like full, like you're like in front of the like the show. Like
they're awesome if you want to see Korn and Slipknot.
Oh, well, yeah, man. When you put it that way, all the seats are bad. But the other thing that's cool about
I'll take the seat behind the support beam. Yeah, that's the seat that I want. This is perfect. I don't have to see him at all.
I can just read my newspaper. Do the crossword.
Anyway, tell me about this
the other cool thing about this quarter is it's got a big-ass diamond just floating in the air.
Are there diamonds in Arkansas?
Not anymore.
Boom.
Well, maybe that's the Hope Diamond. Is that where the Hope Diamond came from?
I have no idea what
have
that
you
even
seen?
is.
You don't know what the Hope Diamond is?
Is that big ass diamond?
It's a big ass diamond.
Never
if you
heard of it. Yeah,
if you go to the Smithsonian in Washington D.C., you can see it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
You can Washington D.C. it.
I tell you what. How big do you think the Hope Diamond is? The biggest diamond in the world. How big do you think it is?
Fucking big, probably.
Massive, right?
Oh, it's probably not, right?
Dog, I could put it in my pocket and stroll away.
Well, probably not, but...
Like, it's smaller. Oh, you know why? Oh, you want to take that bet? I bet you one Hope Diamond I can. It is smaller than a baseball. It's much smaller than a baseball.
From like a novelty-sized giant baseball?
Like a softball?
That's
Listen, women.
That being said...
it's so small, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but
like the biggest diamond in the world, it must be like a basketball.
But every other diamond that you've seen is
Teensy
so
tiny.
Fucking small.
Yeah, I mean, they're on women's hands. They're tiny,
frail, fragile little baby hands. Yeah.
You're right. That's true. So, I mean, that was my own fault. I just got so excited.
But still, you would think it's like
massive,
a foot across.
Yeah, right, like a pie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Hope Diamond on my windowsill to cool.
Don't nobody touch it.
Not Tom Sawyer.
Or I'll give you a whooping.
Yeah, I'll break out the switch.
I'll tan your hide.
Yeah, for sure. Go out to the woodshed. Listen, what's up with people and like? There's this thing. Is it from is it like Young Money crew? What is that thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Young Money. You know what I'm talking about? There is people. There's
baby, you my everything.
Yeah.
You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it.
Yeah.
No, what's the I can be your friend Flintstone. I can make your bedrock. Yeah, that's
I remember that song
Money,
from
right?
7 years ago. Yeah. It's like a picture of a diamond, like a hand drawn diamond.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that? You're gonna start singing around now that I've mentioned it. There's a girl that checks me out every morning. She thinks I look good. Yeah, ooh, you handsome. I buy my breakfast sandwiches from her, and she's got a hand tattoo.
Does she work somewhere, or is she?
No, she just checks me out as I buy my breakfast sandwiches. But she's got that tattooed on her the outside of her hand, like between her index and
sure.
Does
it look cool?
It looks cool as hell.
That's
and she's got gauges or plugs, I should say.
Sure.
And she looks cool, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what this diamond thing is. I think it's like
I feel like Travis Barker probably has a lot of diamond tattoos.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. And a checkerboard on his neck.
Diamonds and guns. Diamonds and guns.
What is that?
It's a wicked world that we live in. It's cruel and unforgiving. Woo woo. And then it also makes you want to buy a Garnier.
Is that a plus 44 song?
It's the Transplants.
Oh, okay. Oh, woohoo! Yeah, for sure.
Travis Barker.
That kind of sucks, right? Like this punk band, and they're just hawking Garnier Fructis.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a payday, whatever.
I mean,
yeah.
When you're look, if I could sell out and put my my product could make me money, and I would have to put it on Jimmy Dean sausages.
I guess right. Do you? Because
I want money. I want money. Give me money. I will do whatever you want me to do for money.
Because 20 years from now, we're not talking about... If it weren't for Garnier Fructis, we wouldn't have even talked about the Transplants just now.
Exactly.
The Transplants are famous because they hawked shampoo.
I mean, yeah. And I don't even... Who cares about being famous?
Right.
Because...
I'll take the money over the fame.
If they didn't do that and they just, their album and tour sales, that money, they'd all be broke now.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have to do that so that when you're irrelevant, which will be, because everyone becomes irrelevant.
Did you see? Hey, Maroon 5 just released their 5th album.
Oh, first of all, who gives a fuck?
You know how many?
The guy from The Voice?
Exactly. You know how many albums they've sold in their first week?
1 billion.
No,
8.
Like 120,000. So yeah, Maroon 5, you're done.
That's why the dude is on fucking The Voice.
Yeah, honestly though, that's why Travis Barker is selling Garnier Fructis.
Speaking of shitty album releases,
Travis Barker.
Everyone in the world now owns the 13th to 14th U2 album because they just slopped it onto everyone's iTunes for free.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Apple had their big keynote event the other day.
Whatever, who cares?
And
Apple Watch.
part of the event, it was like, hey, to open up iTunes because you all own the new U2 album.
Whoa!
Uno, dos, tres, catorce. That's right. Yeah, awesome. I have this shitty album that I can't delete because you.
Let me delete it.
You gave it to me without my permission
for free. Let me take up your hard drive space.
No, I don't want that.
Do you want 2 gigabytes of YouTube?
No, I don't.
I'm trying to play anything else.
Do you want 2 gigabytes of breakfast sandwiches? I can't
sucks.
even.
That's the worst.
Thanks, Bono. Thanks, The Edge.
We're going to put 100 pounds of scrap metal in your kitchen. I don't want it. It's free, though.
Free scrap metal. You can haul it down to the dump and get 20 cents a pound. Exactly. No, I don't want to haul it.
I don't want it. It's not worth anything.
It would cost me more in gas to get rid of it.
It's worth, yeah, right. It's worth more for you not to put it on. It's crazy. Thanks, Apple. Can't wait, man. iPhone 6S.
Success. iPhone success.
It's so smart.
You can take that, Apple.
Put it in the bank.
I'll let you have it. Are you ready for an article? We've wasted so much time.
Let's keep talking about Apple. Apple and Young Money. Old money.
More like Tim Crook.
All right.
Hey, but for real.
Yeah.
Give us some money, please.
Yeah.
If you could use our likenesses to sell anything,
literally anything,
guns, lube,
a campaign that's pro childhood obesity.
Sure.
I'll take it. What do you got for me? Please be something like
no. Oh, this is bad.
Awesome.
I've never wanted
the Darfur conflict.
I've never wanted to talk about an article less than I do now.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And we've gotten a lot of really like offensive articles. I feel like we got like a Nazi one pretty recently.
Yeah, and we definitely had like
genocide
and like racial divide.
That was the big one.
Yeah.
Racial wage gap in the U.S. Right. I would rather talk about that again than talk about this.
Awesome. What is it? Japanese internment camps in 1944.
Japanese internment camps 2014.
That would lose my cool.
No. Are you ready?
I guess I'm ready. I'm not, but I am.
Back to the pilot.
Is this an X-Files episode?
Back to the Pilot is the 5th episode of the 10th season of the animated comedy series Family Guy.
10th season, huh?
The episode. How long ago do you think the 10th season was?
5 years ago.
The episode originally aired on Fox in the United States on November 13th, 2011. So
3 years ago. Okay.
In Back to the Pilot, 2 of the show's main characters.
So look, we ran out of ideas. Let's just start over.
Baby genius Stewie and anthropomorphic dog Brian.
Do we need a...
Both voiced by series creator Seth MacFarlane.
Real quick, if you've gotten to the point where you're on episode 5 of season 10, do you need to tell us that the baby is a boy genius and the dog is a dog?
Well, because first of all, the baby isn't a boy genius anymore. He's just like blatantly, offensively gay.
Yeah.
And the dog was never really a dog. He's just a guy.
Right.
Well, like Hello Kitty isn't really a cat.
Turns out she's not. Is she even a girl?
She's a girl, yes.
Okay, well, that's one thing we know.
But she always says goodbye. They travel back in time to the first episode of the series, Death Has a Shadow. Trouble ensues, however, when Brian tells his former self about... Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me double. Fuck me once, shame on you. Fuck me twice, shame on me. Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready? Brian tells his former self about the September 11th attacks. First of all, fuck. Second of all, we're recording this on September 11th.
This is September 11th.
So awesome. This is the worst article that we've ever gotten. I tried to sit down for an hour and record our podcast and forget for a second
the troubles
September
our country
11th
has been
happened.
Through. Right.
Threats from ISIS. Oh, thank you, podcast, for reminding me that we're constantly at war. People are constantly getting shot across the world. In my own neighborhood. Yeah. I'm unsafe everywhere from threats, both domestic and abroad. Thank you, Seth MacFarlane.
Hey, look, man, all my threats are from abroad.
I won't give you this breakfast sandwich.
Damn it.
That's my threat.
That's all I have going for me. Hey, man, thanks Family Guy for being so edgy and you know what? Hey, we're going to make a September 11th.
You know what's awesome?
What?
What's awesome? That aired
10 years.
November 13th, 2011.
So literally 10-year anniversary.
The 10-year anniversary of September 11th. Yeah. Thanks. Awesome. Hilarious.
Real funny stuff, guys. Real cutting edge humor.
Way to honor the memory of all those who have fallen. By a fucking
all the funny comedians?
By a fucking cartoon dog. An anthropomorphic cartoon dog and a baby genius. You know what this caused the present to be dramatically changed and ultimately resulting in a second civil war. Great. Oh. Great. The two must then prevent themselves from going back to the past in the first place, but soon realize that it will be much more difficult than they originally thought. We should watch this episode. We should watch this episode and then talk about it.
Okay. Let's do that. I don't want to do that. I do want to do it, but it's like I don't want to sit there and watch that shit.
I'll watch it and I'll tell you about it next time.
Let me know how shitty it is.
This article is the September 11th of this podcast. Can I tell you? I won't divulge too much. Okay. But in my work, I manage the social media profiles of several businesses. Sure. That's my job.
Sure.
I won't tell you which ones.
Al-Qaeda, ISIS,
and Syrian rebels. Yeah. Or are they the good guys? I don't know.
Who knows anymore, dude?
So yeah, I work for a pro-Hamas ad agency. So today, I was told to find to make tasteful September 11th posts.
Awesome. That's impossible.
Dude, I just searched for like,
hey, from Einstein Brothers to you. Like
I just searched for like never forget September 11th in Google Images.
Sure.
There's not one tasteful image. There's not the one that I finally found, which was about as tasteful as you're gonna get. Just a black background, an American flag, and it just said like 9/11, 2001. Never forget, or something like that.
Sure.
I mean, that's the best you're gonna do.
That's about as good as it's gonna get.
But then there were like the burning towers in the background with like a transparent crying bald eagle.
Yes.
That's like painted like an American flag.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought.
And then there was another one that was like a bald eagle painted like an American flag, and it was like, "May God have mercy on your souls, 'cause I won't."
Oh boy. Semper Fi.
So like, remember, there's no way to be respectful about anything apparently.
Right.
Because of fucking Family Guy.
Hey, remember September 11th. Looking for an inside job? Apply now to.
We hire from within. Fuck me. Well, just like Cheesie's, the purveyor of grilled cheese sandwiches here in Chicago, they made a special. It was like this grilled cheese sandwich special is a knockout. It's the Ray Rice special. Right. Awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Ray Rice is the football player who straight up clocked his wife in the elevator and was then fired from the NFL.
No, he wasn't then fired from the NFL.
Oh, you're right. 4 months later, a videotape happened to surface, and then they're like, well, fuck. All right, our hands are tied. I guess we'll fire him. He'll be back.
Or he'll just be like, become a commentator.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Get paid even more. Mm-hmm. Right, for sure.
So, awesome, Cheesies. There's no way to be...
You know what? I saw a video the other day.
Oh, no.
It was Mike Tyson being interviewed by some guy, and it was not too long ago. And it was like a live interview. It was like, hey, good morning, America. Kind of like a, just real, like sleeves rolled up, just kind of, hey, we're hanging out, It's like, hey, Mike Tyson. So you're a, like, he was like basically, I guess he was like advertising for like maybe like Rob Ford or like some mayor candidate.
Rob Ford?
Yeah, the Canadian, like crazy mayor.
Can I say real quick? Sure. I feel really bad for him. Because he's obviously like.
You want me to tell you why I don't feel bad for him?
He's not okay.
No, he's certainly not.
And someone should be helping him.
Well, you know why it's okay, though? It's because he's going to keep getting his job. He's going to be elected every single year he runs.
That's
because he's so
crazy.
He's crazy, and he's likable, and he's just a good old boy. He's a Canadian good old boy.
I want him to get help.
I do, too. But you know what? He's just going to burn out. He's going to do it. He's going to shoot a speedball, and he's going to die. I'm sorry, but that's what the Canadian populace wants. So Mike Tyson is being interviewed by this guy.
Oh.
And this guy's like, so you're the you're doing advertising for the mayoral candidate. Now how does that work with you being a convicted rapist? Straight up called out Mike Tyson
and then Mike Tyson clocked him in the fucking face.
Mike Tyson was like, yeah, like on live TV was like, yeah, I don't really appreciate that kind of shit. Like was like super not having it. And the guy was like, "Whoa, hey, come on, Mike, we're on live TV." He's like, "I don't give a fuck." Like,
what a crazy ass thing to say though.
It was really crazy. It was like, "What's your awesome agenda that you're trying to pull on 8:00 in the morning on whatever ABC?"
And after this, squirrel that can jet ski.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
right, but before that, Mike Tyson's rape allegation. Like, it's so
fuck me.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
dude.
Awesome.
But you know what I mean? Like, whatever. It's crazy.
I'm just.
You're at a loss for words.
I mean, where do you go? I'm going to watch this terrible episode of Family Guy, probably kill myself.
Yep.
Episode 101. This is, again, we've said it before, but I mean it this time. This is the last episode of this podcast. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. This is not, or maybe not. Maybe this is a renaissance, a rebirth, if you will.
Okay.
That's a French word. Renaissance is, rebirth is English. This is because from here on out, we can never get a worse article.
Tune in next week for Nazi war crimes from 1939 to 1941.
Nazi war crimes from January 2014 to September 2014. I mean, I'm going to stand by that.
Yeah.
We are never going to get a worse article than this.
The worst article is this article.
Because
Family Guy episode about September 11th.
Because first of all, before I even knew, it was already the worst.
Because it was Family Guy.
And I tell you, I used to love Family Guy.
I used to watch it at 10 o'clock on Adult Swim.
I mean, I own the DVDs. I own the DVDs.
Oh, boy, dude.
No, the from the original run. I don't own any from when it was brought back.
Well, obviously.
I'm a purist. And I will say, Seth MacFarlane, he's a cool dude.
Sure.
I'm fine with him.
Wonderful singing voice.
For real. And he seems like a really smart, really cool guy. I just don't care for Family Guy. I don't care for your brand of humor, but God bless him, he's making money. And I guess that's really the American dream.
What it all comes down to is he's made money.
If he didn't make that episode, the terrorists won.
If he didn't make that episode, then we wouldn't be recording this podcast, and you wouldn't be listening to it right now on your way to work, wherever you are in America.
Smell you later. Starting off the what would it be called? The second going into next 100, right? Bingo, boingo, go.
Overdrive.
Woo.
This has been a Peaches and Hot Sauce presentation.
Peaches. Hot Sauce. 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 Got your peaches.